Welcome to On Fire Breakers. Travis Thompson with you here this evening for break 2023-86 2023 Bowman Chrome Hobby case number 1. This was a pick your team format. We'll go over the teams and then we'll get started. We got the Angels, Matt Prawl, Astros, Jay Boogie Paulus, A's, Quentin Wu, Blue Jays, William Smith, Braves, Seth Shoneman, Brewers, Jake Filbert, Cardinals, Ryan Turner, Cubs, Norberto Ramos Jr., D-backs, Brandon Miller, Dodgers, David Wolf, Giants, Travis Queen, Guardians, Seth Shoneman, Mariners, Devin Terry, Marlins, Seth Shoneman, Mets, Harris Decker, Nationals, Jaden Reber, Orioles, David Wolf, Padres, Ruben Cleveland, Phillies, Nick Bono, Pirates, Seth Shoneman, Rangers, Charlie Reber, Rays, Chris Blaylock, Red Sox, Jason Mamer-Cox, Reds, Corey Pitcher, Rockies, David Wolf, Royals, Matt Prawl, Tigers, Chris Blaylock, Twins, Ross Martin, White Sox, Jason Mamer-Cox, and the Yankees, Michael Harper. I do appreciate this, Phil. As always, thanks for supporting On Fire Breakers. We do have up a second case of Bowman Chrome. It's got half the teams still available. Still has half of the teams still available. Some good teams at that, so maybe this will be like, hey, we need to buy those teams maybe. All right. You got some of them, most of them in the big picture, but you can see them in your top right. We'll go to the ones off screen first, off main screen, but you can still see in the miniature screen up there on the right. So here we go. Get 2 autos per master box. 2 autos per master box, so that's going to be 1 auto per mini box. I do have 1 box of Bowman Chrome available. Sold 1 of the 2 that I had. I do have 1 left. And then it's just like always, all the first Bowmans will be penny sleeved up prior to shipping at the bare minimum. And the big time rookies as well. Baseball season just starting to get interesting. Playoff baseball right around the corner. Bowman, this is our first one, TJ. It's been slow. It's been slow, man. This is our first box. I haven't even necessarily watched any. Jefferson Cuero. Been busy with the flower shop and Jonathan Loaiza. And if there is any non-teams, we will random off all of them to one team. Adley Rushman, it came to the league. And how about Javier Valdez, going to be out of 150 on the Blue Lava. I would agree, TJ. Javier Valdez, that's going to be going out to Seth Shoneman. Ascensions. Bowman Ascensions. Thank you. Christian Verquero. I thought, well, I was just remembering from the earlier product, or the previous product, it had like tape on, not tape, but construction tape. Elijah Green, it's going to be out of 199. Elijah Green out of 199 for the Nationals, and Nationals going to be Jaden Reber. Nick Gonzalez. And we have Prospect Process Brooks Lee for the Twins. Iconic Julio Rodriguez. And Anthony Peguero for the Marlins. Marlins going to be Seth Shoneman. My gosh, Jason Mammer Cox is on everything. Which one? WBC. The Chris Bryant one. I missed that one. That one being out of 499. WBC flag. Was it Jonathan Loaiza? I probably missed it again. It was Jason Mammer Cox. I have to put him on the payroll. Jonathan Loaiza out of 499. Iconic Oswald Peraza. We got Edwin Solino. For the Nationals, Jaden Reber. Box number 2. Box number 2, here we go. Colt Keith on the Fall League. Otto Lopez for the Canadian. I think he's with the Blue Jays, I think. Iconic Aaron Judge. Bowman Invicta Cutter Coffee. It came into the league, Anthony Volpe. And how about Luis Torres? Luis Torres for the Angels. Going to be Matt Prawl. Luis Torres for the Angels and Matt Prawl. Iconic Fernando Tatis Jr. D'Angelo Sarmiento. Mets and Harris Decker. That is going to be out of 199. We got Nick York on the Arizona Fall League. Prospects of Tamar Johnson. Iconic Rafael Devers. And Day Iverson Gutierrez for the Mets. And Harris Decker. It's going to be out of 499. 499 for the Mets and Harris Decker. So back to back. And how about out of 50, Carlos Rodriguez for the Brew Crew. It's going to be Jake Filbert. It's going to be out of 50. 12 of 50 on the gold mini diamonds. Carlos Rodriguez out of 50 for the Brew Crew. We got Miguel Bleis. And finishing it off with Plaz and Benjamin. Well, hopefully, Ruben, we don't suffer. Hopefully. And for the prospect process, Samuel Zavala, cracked ice out of 150. San Diego Padres and Ruben. Jose Altuve, iconic. And we got Tristan Costas. That's going to be on the Bowman Ascensions as well. It came into the league, Michael Harris II. And Davison De Los Santos out of 99 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. D-backs going to be Brandon Miller. De Los Santos for the D-backs out of 99 for Brandon Miller. Aaron Judge on the Iconic. Nyan Jorge out of 499. Prospect Process, Drew Jones. And for our relic, going to be out of 150, Matt Mervis. Matt Mervis out of 150 for the Chicago Cubs. Cubs going to be Norberto Ramos Jr. Matt Mervis out of 150 for the Cubbies. I'm going to turn one of these lights off and see if that helps with the glare issue. We got Brian Acuna on the purple, going to be out of 250 for the Twins. Ross Martin. And Javier Sanjo for the Marlins and Seth Schoeneman. That's one thing I don't like about Bowman Chrome is all the international, and I am terrible at names. Luis Amadea for the Orioles. Luis Amadea. Orioles going to be David Wolf. Really bad with names. Johan Rojas, Jackson Merrill. We got Jacob Reimer. It's going to be out of 99 on the green parallel for the New York Mets. And Harris Decker. Jacob Reimer. New York Mets. That's going to be 87 of 99. 87 of 99. Rafael Devers on the Iconic. Rain Doncone on the Invicta. It came into the league. Riley Green. And Hans Montero. Hans Montero for the Yankees. Yankees going to be Michael Harper. Hans Montero for the Yankees. And Michael Harper. Brett Beatty, Michael Garcia, out of 499 rookie for the Royals, not Prawl. Mason Wynn on the Fall League. Prospect Process, Diego Cartea. Zach Neto Going to be out of 299 for the Angels, Zach Neto. Angels, going to be Matt Prawl. Cam Collier, going to be out of 250. Cam Collier. And Chris Newell. Chris Newell. For the Dodgers, going to be David Wolf. Iconic of Gunnar Henderson. We got Jonathan Mejia. It's going to be out of 99 for the Cardinals. Ryan Turner. Jonathan Mejia. Javier Valdez, or Valdez. Seth, how did you do on that box of Chrome that Miles picked out for you? I would assume not very good, or you would have texted me and said, here's what I hit. Starting it off with Bo Bichette. We got Wander Franco, $4.99. Chris Blaylock. Gunnar Henderson. We got Cutter Coffee on the Bowman Invicta. It's going to be out of 150. Cutter Coffee out of 150. Neither were numbered. That just means that the box I have at the shop is probably the box to open. It came to the league in Cam Collier. Luis Reyes. Out of 299 from the White Mini Diamonds. White Sox, Jason Mammercox. Luis Reyes. Going to be out of 299. So there you go, Jason. At least you got an auto for your terrible White Sox. We got Javier Rivas. Javier Rivas for the Pirates and Seth Shaman. It's going to be out of 250. Yeah, that one, he must have not knew where to sign or got tired of signing. Axel Sanchez. Axel Sanchez for the Mariners. Devin Terry. Actually, even that De Los Santos is on the side. I didn't even notice that. Prospect Process Cam Collier. Iconic Vladdy Jr. And this will be a WBC non-team one. Roki Sasaki. Out of 499. And out of 50 on the Bowman Invicta Auto, Wanbin Chow. Quentin Chow out of 50 for the Cardinals, going out to Ryan Turner. Tristan Casas on Iconic. Hans Montero. An auto and a bunch of tattoo. Yeah, that's true. There's no need to blame me on that box. That was all Miles. That was all Miles. Blame the 4-year-old. He picked the box out. This will be our halfway point on the completion of this box. I need some, pick it up a little bit here. That second one, I'm not pushing for you to buy it. But that other one, that means it has to have something in it. Normally, when I only get a few boxes. Normally, at least one of them has something good, it seems like. Cam Collier, cracked ice out of 150 for the Reds. Corey Pitcher. Be 33 out of 150. Larry Bird out of 150. Manny Machado on the Iconic. Henry Bolt on the Invicta. It came into the league. Drew Jones. And how about Luis Rodriguez for the Cardinals, going out to Ryan Turner. Luis Rodriguez for the Cardinals, going out to Ryan Turner. Riley Green on the Iconic. Drew Jones going to be out of 499. Mason Wynn. Prospect, process, Elijah Green. Yazzer Mercedes going to be out of 250 for the Twins. Twins, Ross Martin. Christopher Torrin for the Arizona Diamondbacks. D-backs going to be Brandon Miller. Christopher Torrin for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Gavin Cross. Gavin Cross in Bergola. So we are halfway through. I can only suspect that this second half will be better. All right, here we go. RL Castro. RL Castro going to be on the Aqua, which is out of 125 for the Minnesota Twins, and Ross Martin. I'm trying, Seth. No fire hands. Haven't been breaking that much, so they're fairly cold. And we have Jesus Galise. Jesus Galise. It's going to be for the Dodgers and David Wolf. Jesus Galise. Kodai Singa. Going to be out of 4. No, this is going to be a photo variation. Kodai Singa photo variation for the Mets and Harris Decker. Well, there we go. Jordan Lawler. Prospect Process Samuel Zavala. Paul Goldschmidt. Cardinals, Ryan Turner, going to be out of 299. And how about Braylor Guerrero? Braylor Guerrero for the Tampa Bay Rays and Chris Blaylock. That is going to be out of 75 on the yellow. Braylor Guerrero. So there's a nice hit there. For the Tampa Bay Rays, it would have been better autoed, but still a nice parallel. And out of 499, Carlos De La Cruz for the Philadelphia Phillies and Nick Bono. Carlos De La Cruz out of 499 for the Philadelphia Phillies and Nick Bono. Diane Jorge. Five to go. And as soon as the second one fills, as long as it's not late, at any point in time, I'll be able to rip it. Last night wouldn't have been able to get started until 10, and it doesn't seem like late, but for whatever reason I've been tired, more tired than normal. Alright, here we go. Let's pull something nice. Fire truck worthy. We got Brian Rocchio for the Guardians. Going to be out of 150. Guardians going to be Seth Shoneman. Brian Rocchio on the blue parallel out of 150. Bowman Invicta Emmanuel Beltre. It came into the league, Francisco Alvarez. And how about Anthony Peguero, going to be out of 499. For the Marlins and Seth Shoneman. Anthony Peguero out of 499 for the Marlins and Seth Shoneman. We got Michael Harris, the second. For the Braves, Seth Shoneman. It's going to be out of 100 on the White Wave. Michael Harris II on the White Wave, out of 100. Prospects of Brady House. Iconic Vladdy Jr. And Gabriel Gonzalez. It's going to be out of 75 on the yellow. Gabriel Gonzalez out of 75 on the yellow. Devin Terry in the Mariners. We got Joel Diaz for the Mets and Harris Decker. Joel Diaz, Mets and Harris Decker. Iconic of Tristan Casas. Gennaro Miller. It's going to be out of 199 for the Marlins. Gennaro Miller. All right, 4 boxes to go. Well, 4 boxes to go. Will be 3 once we're finished here. Camilo Diaz going to be on the blue parallel out of 150. Houston Astros and Jay Boogie Paulus. Camilo Diaz out of 150 for the Astros. Mike Trout on the iconic. It came into the league, Gunnar Henderson. And we have Blade Tidwell for the New York Mets. Blade Tidwell, Mets, and Harris Decker. Got Bobby Witt Jr. going to be out of 99 for the Royals and Matt Prawl. Jackson Merrill. Roderick Arias on the prospect process. Wander Franco, iconic. We got Spencer Steer, going to be out of 75. Spencer Steer out of 75 for the Reds and Corey Pitcher. And we got Cade Hunter, going to be out of 250. Cade Hunter for the Cincinnati Reds and Corey Pitcher. Josu De Paula. It's going to be out of 250. Josu De Paula for the Dodgers. Three boxes to go. Jefferson Cuero in the Arizona Fall League. Alex Verdugo going to be out of 499. Alex Verdugo out of 499. Iconic Alex Bregman. Came into the league Jackson Holiday. And how about Wilfredo Inuez? That's going to be for the Guardians and Seth Shoneman. Inuez is how I'm going to pronounce that last name. And I would say Wilfredo. Christian Yelich on the Aqua Lava. Going to be out of 199 for the Brew Crew. Jake Filbert. Prospect Process Cam Collier. Iconic Francisco Alvarez. We got Christopher Morel going to be out of 499 for the Cubbies and Norberto Ramos Jr. Christopher Morel out of 499. And here's a nice one. Samuel Basallo for the Orioles and David Wolf. It's a nice hit there for the Orioles and David Wolf. I'm hoping to put like a orange auto up on the fire truck. Let me get that fire truck out. That's a nice auto there. Unfortunately, base. Raymond Mola. Pirates, Seth Shoneman. I think is the Pirates. Yep. Raymond Mola. The Pirates. But Samuel Basallo is a good hit for David Wolf. All right, we got 2 boxes to go. Let's get an orange somewhere. Red, Super Fractor would be fine too. Red Babe Wood. Colt Keith, Fall League. We got De Los Santos out of 250. Iconic Corbin Carroll. Invicta Owen Murphy. It came into the league Corbin Carroll. And for the Athletics, out of 250, Clark Elliott. Athletics going to be Quentin Wu. Clark Elliott for the A's out of 250 going out to Quentin Wu. Adley Rutschman Iconic. Matt Mervis going to be out of 499 for the Cubbies. As WBC Uni. Nick York, Fall League. Prospect of Elijah Green. Jeremy Pena on the Iconic. Matt McLean. Matt McLean going to be out of 50 Cincinnati Reds and Corey Pitcher. Matt McLean out of 50 on the gold for the Reds and Corey Pitcher. And we got a Hans Montero. It's our second Hans Montero for the New York Yankees and Michael Harper. I think we had a Hans Montero. I know I've said his name. It could have been a parallel non-auto or something. We got Gavin Cross. Going to be out of 250. Gavin Cross out of 250. Royals and Matt Prawl. All right, final box. If you have not hit, good luck. I'm rooting for you. I know it's not been a great case. Salesman and myself would be like, second case means that it has to be better than the first. It should be some good stuff coming out of it, but who knows? Let's get an orange or less auto. Come on. All right, here we go. Final box. Let's go. We do have an orange in this stack. I don't know if it's in the auto spot or not. Brian Acuna on the prospect process. Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo going to be out of 25 for the Red Sox. In his Mexico uniform. Red Sox going to be Jason Mammercox. And for the auto, it's going to be Juan Benjamin. Juan Benjamin. No, it's not, Ruben. Juan Benjamin. For the Guardians and Seth Shoneman. No, it is not. We got Derniche Valdez for the Cubbies and Norberto Ramos Jr. Jordan Lawler on the Fall League. Prospects of Lazaro Montez. Max Scherzer. It's going to be out of $2.99 for the Mets. Javier Rivas. Going to be out of $2.50. Pirates and Seth Shoneman. Javier Rivas. All right, final auto. Brian Rincon out of $4.99 for the Philadelphia Phillies and Nick Bono. Brian Rincon out of $4.99 for the Phillies and Nick Bono. Got Kevin Parada out of $1.99 for the Mets and Harris Decker. And that finishes it off. Oh boy. Let's go over our numbered parallels. That's top loaded. Javier Rivas, Derniche Valdez, Alex Verdugo. That's going to be out of 25 for the Red Sox. Matt McLean out of 50. Raymond Mola for the Pirates. Christopher Morel, Cubs. Spencer Steer, Reds. Camilo Diaz, Astros. Gennaro Miller, Marlins. Michael Harris II out of 100 for the Braves. Brian Rocchio, Guardians. Braylor Guerrero out of out of 75, excuse me, for the Rays. Kodai Senga variation. Ariel Castro for the Twins. Prospect process of Cam Collier for the Reds. Hans Montero. Javier Rivas. Cutter Coffee. Zach Nito. Michael Garcia. Jacob Reimer. Luis Almeida. Samuel Zavala on the prospect process. Iverson Gutierrez, D'Angelo Sarmiento, Edwin Solino. We did have 2 Bowman Ascensions, one Christian Vaquero, and the other one Tristan Casas. Relic of Matt Mervis out of 150 for the Cubbies. Then for our autos, we got Brian Rincon out of 499 for the Phillies. 1 Benjamin Guardians. Hans Montero Yankees. Clark Elliott out of 250 A's. Wilfred Antunez out of 499 for the Guardians. Cade Hunter out of 250 Reds. Blade Tidwell Mets. Joel Diaz Mets. Anthony Peguero out of 499 Marlins. Carlos De La Cruz out of 499 Phillies. Jesus Galiz Dodgers. Christopher Torin D-backs. Luis Rodriguez Cardinals. Juan Ben Chao out of 50 Cardinals. Axel Sanchez Mariners. Luis Reyes out of 299 White Sox. Chris Newell for the Dodgers. Hans Montero Yankees. Javier Sonia for the Marlins. Luis Torres Angels. And Anthony Peguero. Antony Peguero maybe. For our showcase of hits, on the gold mini diamonds out of 50, Carlos Rodriguez for the Brewers. We got Vizian de los Santos for the D-backs out of 99. We got Samuel Basallo for the Orioles. And Javier Valdez out of 150 for the Atlanta Braves. I do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting On Fire Breakers. Apologies that was not a better case. We do have case number 2 that's up. It's about halfway home. Still some big, good teams left that did not hit in this case. So hopefully that means they're due. Let's fill that. Once it's full, we'll be ready to bust that as well. Again, thank you for supporting On Fire Breakers. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you when case number 2